Hello and welcome back for term 6, and it's the 1st of June today, so we have welcomed some more children back into school today, and we miss all of you at home very much, but we thought we would share the same thought of the day that we have with the children in the bubbles with you guys. And today we are thinking about Jesus being beside us, and Christians believe that Jesus is always beside them. Now, before we shut school, we were looking at Easter, and we were looking at the Easter story and about how Jesus had sadly died on the cross, but then on the 3rd day he had risen again, and that's sort of the story, part of the story of Holy Week. Now, I wanted to tell you a story today all about just after that point. So Jesus has already risen from the dead, and there were 2 of his disciples that were walking between Jerusalem and another town called Emmaus, and the 2 of them were walking along, and they were rather sad about everything that had happened recently, all the terrible events. They were sad that Jesus had died. They'd heard sort of a rumour that when the women had come to the tomb, that Jesus' body wasn't there, and they just didn't know what to believe. Where was Jesus? Had he really come back to life, or had he been killed? When suddenly, next to the 2 men, a 3rd man starts walking next to them. And he says, "What are you talking about? What's been going on?" And they sort of say, Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard what's happened?" And he says, "But why don't you believe what it says in the scriptures before? It says that there will be suffering for the Son of God, and then he will be glorified. Then things will be good again." And as they reached the town of Emmaus, the 2 disciples said, "Come and have dinner with us. Come and have something to eat." And he sat down with them, and he broke bread and gave thanks for it. And then, and only then, did the 2 disciples recognise who he was. It was Jesus. They had been walking all that time with Jesus beside them, and they just hadn't recognised him. As soon as they recognised him while he was breaking bread, he disappeared. Now, I want you to think for a moment. I wonder, do you feel that Jesus has ever been beside you, or ever been supporting you? And children in school, I wonder if you think that Jesus has been walking with us, perhaps through this difficult time and when things are more difficult, and then walking alongside us when things have been tough. The 2 of his disciples were so joyful when they recognised Jesus. I wonder if you're now joyful that we're beginning to be able to see a few more of our friends, either in school, or some of you maybe begin seeing family and friends in gardens over the next week. I wonder if you could think about something that's brought you joy today, something you're thankful for, just like the disciples were joyful when they believed they saw Jesus. Or perhaps think of a time when you think that Jesus may have been walking along beside you, or if somebody else has been taking care of you and you hadn't quite noticed it. Have a wonderful day, and we look forward to seeing you soon.